Carl.
One of the incredible things about Rotary is knowing that there are people across the world who you can connect with. For me, that's just given me a sense of power in belonging. So I know that I belong anywhere, and I know that I've got Rotary friends everywhere. Knowing that you've got a global reach of people who are like-minded, that's the wow factor.
Rotary is one of the most powerful international organizations that a young person can be involved in. It's one of the world's largest humanitarian organizations, has a membership of around 1.2 million members. It's located in over 200 countries and geographical regions. Pretty much any country you can think of, there'll be a Rotary Club there doing work in the local community, as well as connecting to each other across the globe, working together to make the world itself much better.
As Rotarians, being able to do things like start projects that have global impact. And I always talk to people about end polio now, because we wouldn't be where we are today in terms of polio in this world without Rotarians starting a project. For me, that's the power in everything that we do.
You have this incredible organization, this incredible network at your disposal where you can learn from, engage with, run things through the organization. Rotary has 7 focus areas where it focuses its energy and its time. Those key areas are disease prevention and treatment, peace and conflict resolution, water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, and economic and community development. And then this year, a new key area was added, which is the environment.
Rotary has changed my life because it's enabled me to help more communities and more people. Rotary is relevant in our own backyards, and it's relevant right across the world. I think the way that we're working now as Rotarians and Rotary clubs is really changing, not just because we're in the middle of a pandemic, but because we're really thinking more about how we bring people into Rotary and let people know that Rotary is for them. It's a great way, first of all, to meet people, but also to do good work in your community. It doesn't matter who you are, if you have got a heart and mind for giving and helping communities and working with people, yes, Rotary is for you. That's what Rotary is, so yes, it's for everybody.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the District Assembly for this year. In a minute, Nick is going to run through a high-level agenda for what's going to go through the session and how it's all going to work, or how we expect it to work. But before we start, just a few housekeeping rules. As with the normal for such large numbers on a Zoom meeting, everybody will be muted unless you are specifically asked to comment. For the messaging facility, the chat facility that we use, can you please keep that clear today for questions or specific comment to Nick, Bob, or myself? So try not to be using it for a lot of catching up with other clubs and other Rotarians. So we can keep that clear for that purpose. That will be very helpful. Thank you. Now, there is a new facility available to us, or one that we've started using on Zoom. If you feel that you want to see a live transcript of the conversation as it happens, there should be an option somewhere on your screen which is headed live transcript, and my screen is down at the bottom along with the other instructions. It may be different on your screen depending on the device you're using, but if you click on the live transcript button, you will get several options, one of which is show subtitle, and that will bring up the translated version of what's being said. You can also then obviously choose to hide that, or you can show the whole transcript. So that's an option that if you want to have a live transcript in front of you, you can do so. And then finally, and probably equally importantly, as is customary now for our Zoom meetings, we want to follow a pause rule. So if you are watching this on your own from wherever you happen to be situated this morning, and there's nobody else on the premises with you, could you please message us with your house number or name together with your postcode, so that in the event of any emergency you can be contacted. Okay, well, I think that's it for me. So with that, I'll pass you back to Nick.
Thanks, Terry. Thank you. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Apologies for the video at the beginning. We're testing out the technology. We'll get it right as we go along, no doubt.
Nick, some people were getting sound, so it's obviously their own personal sound that needs turning on.
Right, okay. So, hello and good morning. If you don't know already, my name is Nick Gidney, and I have the distinct honour of being your District Governor for the forthcoming Rotary year. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd be addressing you in person, probably from Neston High School. But unfortunately, coronavirus has made that impossible. So I'm speaking to you from my home. As Terry mentioned, our agenda for the day is on the screen behind me. If you've got a very small screen, I'll just briefly read through them. And it's the year ahead, the environment, diversity, equality and inclusion, and emerging from COVID. And then we'll have a little bit of time to talk about the breakout sessions. So on this lovely morning, I look out the window here in Cheshire and the trees are starting to come into leaf. The blossom is out. Spring is definitely here. And what do we normally do at springtime? Well, we spring clean, don't we? We get everything out of the cupboards, we clean it, we sort it through, we throw out the old and we replace the redundant. And that's what we should be doing right now with our Rotary clubs. That is partly what assemblies are about. We should be looking at rebooting our clubs, invigorating our projects, and engaging with our communities. This is the time to review ourselves, consider the new ideas, and develop strategies and plans for the future. Of course, there is another key aspect to an assembly, and that is to introduce the Rotary International President to you. Shekhar Mehta is a member of the Rotary of Calcutta Mannagar in India. And as you'll shortly see, he is passionate about our organisation. Shekhar will be the only president of our organisation this year because we will no longer have a Rotary in Great Britain and Ireland president. But instead in these islands, we will have Rotary International Director Nikki Scott as the leader of our association. That is the clubs in Great Britain and Ireland. And David Ellis as the chairman of the association. As you hopefully know, you will have the opportunity to vote at the forthcoming annual business meeting on some fundamental reforms to the governance of Rotary in these islands. These reforms aim to modernise and streamline our organisation for the future. This is part of Rotary in Great Britain and Ireland Spring Clean. We're now going to play you a video that Shekhar originally prepared for the incoming presidents, but it affords you the opportunity of seeing him firsthand. He introduces our new year theme and initiatives for the 21-22 year. So when he says, "Dear President," please think of him as actually meaning you.
Shakers of Rotary. You, Presidents-elect of Rotary, are the movers, and I am Shekhar. Your term as President will be the most amazing, fruitful months in your life. During your term in leadership, dream big, using your vision, plan, and set goals, and then inspire and motivate Rotarians to reach goals. Goals to expand our organization by increasing membership and increase the impact of Rotary by serving the world. Friends, one of my mantras in Rotary has always been, do more, grow more. And I hope you too will take this as your mantra. Do more as in bigger and impactful service projects, and grow more as in increasing our membership. I've always been greatly inspired by the motto of Rotary, service above self. It has taught me to care for others, share with others. Service to me is about thinking of others even before I think of myself. Rotary kindled the spark within me to look beyond myself and embrace humanity. service became a way of life for me. And my life's guiding philosophy became service is the rent I pay for the space I occupy on this earth. And I want to be a good tenant of this earth. In the coming Rotary year, I request you, urge you, cajole you to serve people and to help change their lives. So friends, our theme for the year, as you know, for the year 2021 is Serve to Change Lives. I urge you to lead by example and inspire Rotarians and Rotractors to participate in projects that have long-lasting impact in your community. Join hands with other Rotarians, other organizations, with corporates, and do projects that impact your community, your city, projects that can change the lives of people across the country. At the end of your term as president, you should feel that because of your leadership, because of your inspiration to the Rotarians and Rotractors, the world has changed for the better because you served and inspired others to serve during the year. Friends, to live for others, to care for others, to serve others and change their lives is the best way to live our own lives. And it is not enough for us to just continue the service that we do now. We must dream bigger, with bigger service projects and bigger impact. To attain that kind of impact, we need more Rotary members. And we must make our organization ready to take on big tasks. For more than 20 years, we have been stuck at 1.2 million members. Let us make it our individual responsibility to take the membership to at least 1.3 million by the end of your year as a club president.
Oh no, we got it.
Our vision is to reach 1.3 million, and our plan is each one bring one. This is not a difficult task, I'm sure, to bring just one member each in the next months that are in front of us. But for this to become a reality, it is you who will have to sharpen the focus in ensuring the message each one bring one reaches every member. I repeat, I request every member in your club should bring just one member. And I expect you to be accountable for this growth. Friends, let bringing in a member be a celebration at every club. And as each one of us gets members, let us focus on diversity and let us get more young members and female members. Let us focus on Rotractors becoming Rotarians. We will welcome each new member with a personalized letter, and I will thank each sponsor of a member with a personalized thank you letter. I want every club to make every new member a matter of celebration. And at Rotary International level, we will celebrate the outstanding success of sponsors by recognizing them with a posting on a virtual gallery. On the 17th floor of one Rotary Center, there is an Arch Club Society gallery which recognizes the highest level of donors to the Rotary Foundation. Your efforts and the efforts of every sponsor of a new member will
Don't know what happened there, Nick. Sorry.
Right, okay. Well, I know one or two of you have struggled with your sound through that, but we are recording this, so there will be an opportunity of picking up on the recording to see that in its full extent. So hopefully we've had an opportunity to see the man in action and some of his thoughts, and we've seen the new theme, Serve to Change Lives. There were many messages in that video, although we didn't necessarily get to see every single one of those. But such as do more to grow more. The more that we actually do, the more people will be attracted to us, and we're able to hopefully engage with new members. Each One Bring One is an initiative to bring new members into your club. It's what we used to do. There's no reason why it shouldn't work again. He also made mention in there of the need to consider hybrid meetings. We shouldn't just assume that we will be going back to doing the things that we did in the past. And he was going to talk at the end about having goals that stretch your club, have some challenging projects, to dream big and take risks. Now is definitely the time for change. As we all know, coronavirus has changed life for everyone. It's claimed lives, it's destroyed livelihoods, and I'm sure for many of you, the world of lockdowns and social isolation has been difficult. We know that some clubs have struggled, but many have adapted. And indeed, quite a few have actually thrived and grown during the last 12 months. We shouldn't be surprised that many clubs have adapted to the COVID world. After all, we've managed substantial change in Rotary before. There is a clear need and precedent to adapt to the changing world that we find ourselves in. We should be inspired by the innovative spirit of Rotary's founder, Paul Harris, who said it back in 1935, that this is a changing world and we should be prepared to change with it. The new normal is not yet clear to us, is it? And it might be a variable and changing normal to suit the progress of the fight against the virus, both here and abroad, of course. Therefore, we need to be agile and responsive, able to change and adapt what we do and how we do it in order to survive and grow into the future. I'd like to think of Rotary as an apple. On the outside is the skin that everyone sees. It's the result of our humanitarian service. It's bright, it's shiny, and it attracts people to us. But beneath that is the main body of the apple, and that are our projects, our events, our activities, the things that we do. But, however, at the center is the core, and that's the lasting essence of Rotary. That is our friendships, and our members are the seeds in that core that will allow us to grow. We are fundamentally a membership organization, one that connects people, who then create projects that deliver humanitarian service. But our core business commodity is friendship. And our assets, our pips, are our members. And we need to do everything we can to nurture those assets and grow more of them. But we know it's the newest members who are most prone to probably leave Rotary. And why do they leave? Well, there's three reasons. An unwelcoming club environment or culture, cost or time commitment, and unmet expectations. But we can do something about all of those as part of our spring clean. We need to review our club environment and culture to make it welcoming for all, not just a few. Just because we've always done it this way doesn't mean it's the right way for the modern age. Of course, we should be striving to give our members value for money, but we need to be aware that not everyone in Rotary has deep pockets or lots of spare time to devote to our cause. Our activities should be affordable for everyone, and everyone's availability and commitment should be welcomed, no matter how large or small. But let's focus just for a few moments on unmet expectations and some potential engagement strategies. Why, you ask? Well, because engaged members are more likely to stay with Rotary. It's difficult to pigeonhole what we do because there's such a wide variety of service opportunities available. Whether you wish to mentor local school students or participate in our newest cause, the environment, or help feed the needy, there is really something for everyone at Rotary. Therefore, it is vital to plan the experience of all members, and particularly new members. We must give new members meaningful roles from the moment that they express an interest in joining a Rotary or a Rotaract club, and not be afraid of offering them some challenging responsibilities. When I first joined Rotary, I was asked to co-lead and develop a new fundraising event for my club. It was a swimathon. I had never done anything like that before in my life. And I was a relatively unknown entity to most of my fellow members. But they trusted me with it. They supported me in the task. And I can tell you, it engaged me. It gave me ownership of something, and it locked me into Rotary. John Hugo, our General Secretary, talks of a Rotary club in New Jersey in America that implemented a bring your own project approach to give new members immediate ownership of something important to them. That club was able to complete 9 service projects in the first 6 months of their year and engage and retain their newest members. Now, in addition to engagement at the club level, don't forget there are opportunities that are afforded through Rotary fellowships, Rotary action groups, which connect members across the world who share a passion. And of course, there are the endless personal development opportunities that exist through our organisation. So to recap, first, to retain and engage our membership, we must understand why they joined our organisation and then fulfil their expectations. Second, think about how new members can make an immediate impact by giving them ownership of projects that are of interest to them. And third, promote personal, professional growth opportunities that are available through our learning centres and leadership roles at club and district level. Now, in conclusion, COVID-19 has accelerated the adoption of digital technologies by several years. And some things will need to change permanently as we move forward. I know that many of your clubs have found creative ways to connect and serve, and you should be looking to maintain the best of those as we move into the new normal, because this is our opportunity to learn from our experiences and to adapt and change for the 21st century. We have the perfect opportunity now as we emerge from this crisis to reshape our clubs and our projects to better serve our members and our communities. And I can tell you, if you engage and retain our greatest asset, our members, especially those newest to Rotary, we can seize this moment and prepare the foundations for a better future. You are all the architects of the future of Rotary in District 1180. Let us make our plans and build forward better together. Now, that's probably enough from me for the moment. And let's just take now a look at another very topical issue.
Hi, I'm Emily Stevenson, co-founder of Beach Guardian down in the southwest of England. I'm currently on Trevone Beach in North Cornwall, and I've just done a beach clean and found all of this plastic that's washed in on the tide onto the beach. In 2019, I was delighted to be recognised by the Rotary Young Citizen Award. I love working with Rotary to help support and protect our environment, and every time I do work with Rotary, they're always so encouraging, helping me to grow and achieve my full potential. As an example, with collaborations we've done in the past, we've joined 3 of our local Rotary clubs on a litter pick for World Cleanup Day 2019, where we cleaned the riverbed in Truro, thus stopping all of the plastic from entering the ocean in the first place. It was absolutely phenomenal, and Rotary certainly delivered. We removed kilos and kilos of plastic from the environment. Beach Guardian aims to engage, educate and empower against plastic pollution. An example of this is when I wore my dress made out of Walker's crisp packets to my graduation in 2018. This, along with other campaigns at the time, led to Walker's introducing the very first nationwide crisp packet recycling scheme. The future is incredibly exciting for Beach Guardian, and I cannot wait for all of the future collaborations with Rotary and supporting them in their new area of supporting the environment.
I'm in Aberystwyth and we've had a successful beach clean this morning. Plastic is becoming the scourge of the nation, and in Rotary we're pushing to have all clubs interested in the cleanup of plastics wherever they can, whether it be beach, river, canal, waterway, whatever, so that people can see what we're doing, people of action.
I saw that there was a clean going on today and I thought I'd come along, and I didn't know it was anything to do with the Rotary Club, but I'm always looking for opportunities to help clean up the environment in any way I can.
Today has been about getting Rotarians from all up and down the coast to come and help here, so it's been wonderful to see so many members here. The success I've seen so far is being told off by parents who say, we can't even get on the beach now without the kids doing a litter pick first, what's going on?
From the 1st of July, protecting the environment will become our official 7th area of focus. And the timing could not be better for any of us in these islands. Only this week, there have been crucial climate talks taking place between Eastern and Western powers. The BBC have been featuring climate activist Greta Thunberg. And in November, we will be hosting the United Nations COP26 Climate Change Summit in Glasgow. Rotary needs to be active and seen to be active in this crucial area. Many clubs have already grasped the nettle and are engaging with environmental issues within their own communities. However, my district governor challenge this year is a simple one. I'm calling on every club in our district to undertake at least one environmental project this year. And perhaps more importantly, make sure that they publicise what it is they have done. The myriad of potential environmental activities are endless. And the good news is that many don't even require funds to complete them. Where funding is required, this could be supported with grant funds from perhaps local authorities or national groups, or indeed by a district grant from our own foundation. Some project ideas could include beach cleaning. I haven't got a beach where I am, I? Well, what about a river or a canal bank clear up? Public space litter picks, teaming up with established groups or indeed other Rotary clubs to undertake them. Creating insect habitats and draw nature back into our neighbourhoods and gardens. What about establishing a bee colony? And this could be done in conjunction with a local school. And there is an existing project which is just coming together doing that. And planting wildflower areas within our communities. And again, one of our clubs, a number of our clubs, in fact, are participating in that on the Wirral. Another alternative is to consider asking your members to make some personal lifestyle changes. One of our clubs, again, are undertaking an audit of their own environmental credentials amongst their membership. And then they're going about improving them, adopting greater recycling habits, the collective purchasing of recycled products to use amongst their members. Energy consumption is a big contributor to greenhouse gases, we know that. And we know that we will be swiftly moving away from internal combustion-driven cars. But why not become an early adopter or part of the early majority now and do it earlier? Perhaps still, why not agree to hold a number of your future meetings online and thereby reduce dramatically the amount of miles that your members have to drive? It would be absolutely great if we could say at the end of this Rotary year that every club in the district had participated in an environmental project, and better still, that it had drawn members to us. Now, at the start of the meeting, I said that we would be touching on an important area of diversity, equality, and inclusion. This is relevant not just in the way that we run our clubs and district, but in the way that we operate our projects. We're now going to run a brief video, and then Maria Martin, our district Diversity, Equality and Inclusion Officer, will speak to you.
I thought that Rotary was for older businessmen. I didn't even realise that girls were invited, when actually it's really exciting to find out that Rotary is for everybody, that it is for, you know, the social entrepreneur on the high street, for the people that are just starting up, you know, like I am.
Well, Rotary's goals have always been the same, working in the community. And these social enterprises are all about working in the community. So we should be working together in the community. It's very simple.
Rotary has changed my life by networking me in with other knowledgeable business professionals and taking on board my crazy and welcoming it as an entrepreneur.
This club is great for us because we now have a small person to consider who's welcome at meetings, and the club is seen to be flexible, that we can come along to whatever we need to. It just offers so many opportunities for helping in all kinds of different ways, and ways which I really want Matthew to benefit from.
We think it's important that children come along, and particularly as a parent, for them to learn that they should be giving back to their community to help make a difference.
I wanted to become a Rotarian because I wanted to promote that young people in Rotary can do more. Young people can be heavily involved, they can be enthusiastic, and they can be trusted in succeeding and pushing the Rotary further. And I want to help as many young people as well as adults in the community and help develop the community for it to be a better place.
Is it good fun?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you learn?
Helping other people and making them join the club.
Good work. Future membership and marketing chairman right here.
Hang on a second, just a little bit of that. Perfect. So I'm hoping that you can see and hear me okay. So my name's Maria Martin. I'm from Roydon Revolve Rotary Club, and I'm the lead for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion. Today I've literally got 10 minutes for to give you a bit of an overview about what we're trying to do within Rotary. So obviously I can't do everything in 10 minutes. So this really is a bit of a taster for the session that we're going to run as a breakout session on the 11th of May. So please, if you're interested, please do join us for that. So a quick overview really is, what is diversity, equity and inclusion? So diversity is about the way that people differ. So we look different, we feel differently, we have different experiences. And that isn't just about how you present, what you look like. It's not just about your race or your heritage. It's about all of your different experiences, your sexuality, your marital status, all kinds of things that make you you and make you individual. So equity is about the fair treatment of everybody, giving people access and the advancement for all people, not just for select groups and not for just for people who have an advantage over somebody else in their workplace or in a different environment. So it's about letting people participate fully, and that's what we really want to do in Rotary. And then inclusion is kind of another dimension. It brings that equity and diversity together. But what we need to do is we need to make people feel not just included, but make people feel that they belong, they have a place, and that they matter to those around them. You don't have to be popular, you don't have to be liked by everybody, but we all want that sense of belonging and a sense of purpose in our lives. So we used to talk it used to be equality and diversity, but I think equality isn't the same as equity. So you can see here, it's a picture of 3 people watching the ball game, and each can see, but each has got a different view because they've all been given a platform to stand on, but the platform gives certain people more advantage than others. So if you haven't considered about how people see things from their own shoes, then quite often you won't be able to give them that advantage that they need. So this kind of one just shows a little bit more about how equity works. So we've got 3 different stages of advantage, 3 boxes, but the individual on the left doesn't need it. The person on the right needs a little bit of a lift up, but the person, sorry, in the middle, the person on the right needs a big lift up. Now they can all see the ball game from exactly the same point. And that's what we're trying to strive within Rotary. So for those who do or don't know much about kind of diversity, there are lots of kind of legislation and laws surrounding it, and it particularly protects what we call protected characteristics. So they are the individual things that make people perhaps more vulnerable in our society or more liable to be disadvantaged or discriminated against. So you've got them there. So it's race and heritage, marriage and civil partnership, disability, religion or belief, your sexual orientation, your gender reassignment, sex, age, and maternity and pregnancy. So they take in a whole range of things that we must make sure as an organisation in Rotary, as a legal purpose, that we must make sure that we take account of those things and make sure that we don't disadvantage. And not just don't disadvantage, but make sure that people can belong and they're not just, they're not sort of ruled out of